Good morning again. Darwin Singleton live from Pritchard this morning as we continue the investigation into this cemetery. This is Heritage Memorial Gardens. We watched as the Sheriff's Department uncovered one grave moments ago. Now this is the grave of Laquan Packer. He was a murder victim in Pritchard. His grave now is being uncovered. We had the heavy equipment scratch the surface a moment ago, and now investigators are digging into this grave to see if there were any improprieties in the burial of Mr. Packer. We know that there has been some concern from family members who fear the bodies were not properly prepared and not properly buried. That their complaints are exactly what started this investigation. You're watching live right now from Pritchard. And we had a moment where we talked with Captain Paul Birch with the Sheriff's Department about this investigation. We've done a little research. We find out there's no legal requirements to embalm anyone, for example, in Alabama, unless they're taken across state lines. But if a family did expect that service to be performed, that's the rub. Here's what Captain Birch had to say about that.
Hypothetically, if we get in there, determine that the person's not been embalmed, we know this particular site or this particular deceased person, the family paid for embalmed services. So just off the cuff, you would have either a theft of services or theft by deception and abuse of a corpse.
NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson actually broke this story months ago. She's been following it very closely. She is today. She's just across the way observing all of this happening from her position. Rachel, what are you seeing and hearing?
Well, Darwin, family, it's just an emotional day for these families. They want answers. That's been what they've been saying for 4 long months now. It's been a painful journey for them. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see. Investigators are digging up Laquan Packer's grave. I just spoke to his mother, and she was just hanging on to me, devastated. This is what this is what she says has been her fear, and she's ready for today to see what's going to unfold underneath the ground here. Now, all the families had to give the sheriff's office permission and get a court order. This is the second grave out of the 3 that investigators are going to be digging up today and seeing what's underneath the ground. Now, this has been a 4-month process. It started when neighbors complained that this was not a legal cemetery, but burials were happening here. So we decided to come check this out for ourselves. While we were out here, we noticed a casket being loaded back up into the hearse and driven away. The city of Pritchard shut down that service. The city issued an ordinance saying that they could not bury anyone at this cemetery. And you can see investigators say at least 14 people were buried out here, and that's what sparked their investigation. They've raided a series of locations throughout Mobile, and investigators found what they say to be possible used caskets. So that sparked a lot of concern with families who have loved ones buried here. They say they just want answers, and that's what today is all about, is digging deeper into this investigation and finding answers. This is just the beginning of the process. Investigators say they're going to have to exhume the graves and see for themselves. Right now there are more questions than answers is what we're being told. And so we're going to continue to have this live coverage for you and bring you the latest as soon as we receive it, Darwin.
All right. Okay, we are looking right now at a live picture once again of a second grave being uncovered, and it appears, as with the first, it wasn't too far below the surface before they got to the top of the vault. They're using a broom now and shovel scraping against what sounds like concrete. So that didn't take very long to reach the top of that. So what we'll have to do now is wait and see exactly how far they go with this process today. It could stop right here. It could go to a full exhumation of a body. Right now, we were told that they didn't expect to get to that today, but things are moving along very quickly here right now. I want to go live to Nicole Fierro. She's been talking with family members well before this morning, and the heartfelt agony that they are going through as they watch their loved ones' graves being uncovered this morning. Nicole?
Yeah, Darwin, every single grave here has a family, and as you can see, more and more of them are coming out, anxiously waiting to see if their loved one's next, if they're going to be there. Now, look at this grave right now. We're looking at the Packer family. the mother, Mrs. Packer, she actually just fell to the ground in emotion, saying that she needs to watch this, but she doesn't want to. And that's a feeling that Tito Smith's brother shares so much. He talked to us earlier. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We can finally see what's going on and get this process started and get him away from over here and put him somewhere so he can rest, so my family can rest and my mom can rest.
And he said that he hasn't been able to rest at all recently. First, he had the images of his brother being killed in his head, and now he's thinking about this, if he's even here where they laid them to rest. An unimaginable feeling. Many of us can never pray that will never happen to us at home. So we'll be sure to bring you continued coverage from families here just dealing with the unimaginable right now. Back to you, Darwin.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. And once again, over my shoulder to my right here, this is the screen that the Sheriff's Department put up as they uncovered Tito Smith's grave. And we think they put maybe a camera down into the vault. We're not sure because they haven't told us everything, as you can imagine, because this is an ongoing investigation. And then right here is the uncovery of Laquan Packard's grave. They're still digging right now, but it appears they are very close to the vault if they haven't already revealed it, as they continue to find out if family members were perhaps not, they didn't receive the services that they thought they did for their loved one. That's the big question right now. More questions could arise from all of this. We'll keep you live out here. When something happens, we'll cut back in. In the meantime, expect us to give you updates at the top and the bottom of the hour during the Today Show. We're live from Pritchard. I'm Darwin Singleton, NBC 15 News.